Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into our Fearless Beer review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, Just Record Store, Desert Grooves Records. Did I say that? Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out. And then we wrap it up with some music and other happenings in the music world. Actually, we're going to talk about the show we each went to this week. We'll talk about that. And there you go. That's all I got for the boring intro. If I didn't already say, my name is Tyler, and with there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. And let's jump right into the Fearless Beer review. What do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
Now that's what I call hops. You're not looking, not paying attention. There we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Now that's what I call hops.
That's pretty sick, bro.
Volume 3.
Sicky, sicky, nar.
There's 3 volumes. They have an IPA, a double IPA, and volume 3. This one is a
triple
IPA. See,
there we go.
We're doing it.
There we go. I'm learning.
So this is from Tombstone Brewing, which is from Arizona. Actually, Tombstone Brewery is the brewery we're going to go to before we went to the Phoenix Beer Company, and then you got really mad at Sloan for ordering the wrong Uber.
I was so mad at Sloan.
You should have just went to Tombstone Brewery.
Mad at him.
Oh man!
No, that was the only time I've ever gotten mad at Sloan. I actually yelled at him too.
You're like Jerry Seinfeld, because Jerry Seinfeld, there was one part in Seinfeld where his then girl that he's dating, she gets mad at him because he never shows his emotion. He never gets like mad. He's like, I get mad, and then like George Costanza tells him like, you don't really get mad. You just kind of talk at a higher pitch, and that's like you being kind of irritated, and like you don't ever get mad.
I rarely get mad or yell. It's very rare.
You only get mad at the dogs.
Just the dogs, baby.
Woo. So yeah, this is a triple. Oh, I already poured it. God damn. Let
me see it. Dark bitch. Is it a dark bitch? Oh wow, that is not what I was expecting.
This looks exactly like pineapple juice.
It does look like pineapple juice, yeah.
It looks like pineapple juice, but it's 10.5%. So I'm gonna give
man, you're gonna get fucked up tonight.
I'm gonna give a fucking shit. Last week I had that fucking 40 of Corona. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It was a 32, but
yeah, I was so toasty last week. Oh,
what did we do last week? Oh, refused.
That
was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was a very good one. Long episode too. So I have right here. Here we go. What is this? Happy Hops IPA. Russian River Brewing. Stuffs. This one doesn't pop up that often in my area, so I always grab one when I can. Mm-hmm. And I've had it before, and it's 6.5 ABV. Just an IPA, good West Coast style IPA. And I don't know. Gonna get into it. And what I'll do too, Jeff, I'm gonna grab some Pliny's for the trip out there.
Good boy.
Because
you gonna grab some roadies for yourself?
Of course, no. I'm gonna grab some Pliny's for you guys, so we drink those when I get out there. I'll get one. I might get one for Phil. I don't know. Maybe I'll get one for Phil too. If we see Phil, give it to Phil.
We might.
We might. But yeah, no, I'll grab some Pliny's and we'll enjoy this when I get out there.
I'm sure we'll probably see Phil. I mean, like, normally I would say, like, nah, don't grab one for Phil. But usually I do grab random stuff for him like that because I drink so much of his beer when I'm at his house. And then, like, when I buy something like that, then I don't mind drinking all this fucking beer. I mean, I'll do it anyway, but where the fuck is my fucking phone?
I don't know. So, yeah, anyway. So that's what I have, Happy Hops IPA. I'm ready to start drinking. Are you?
Yes, I'm ready. That's why I fucking poured it. I don't pour it if I'm not going to fucking drink it. That's stupid. Why would you pour it if you're not going to drink? This is... Oh.
All right, so we have a world famous 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So what do you think of your triple IPA, and what would you rate it? Go.
Really reminiscent of like a hazy, like it's very, very hazy. It is. It's actually a New England triple IPA. So there you go.
There you go.
It's good. I don't really taste the 10%, so that's a little dangerous.
It's always good.
Speaking of Phil, he just recently discovered, like a month ago, he just discovered space dust.
Ooh, the good stuff.
And we went to Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers, and they won't pour you a high alcohol percent, like anything like 9 or 10 or above like that. They won't pour it in a 22. You have to have a 16. But the space dust will give you a 22.
And
it's only like, yeah, and it's only like I think it's like $8 there. So Phil's like, wait a second. What the, doing the calculations. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, I'm going to get this. Of course. That's a good first beer. If I can hit that, you get a little buzz going and just keep it going, whatever you're having. But anyway, I give this, so far, it's kind of gross. I mean, it's not gross. It's just, it's a little aggressive in all the
aspects.
haziness. It's too much citrus. But
right.
I don't know. Fuck. It's a 1.5, I guess. I'm throwing numbers out.
Just throwing numbers out. All
Just
right.
throwing fucking numbers out.
This is pours out quite clear. It almost looks like a Budweiser or something like that poured out there. This is it is kind of citrusy. It's a solid IPA. I would definitely drink it again. But yeah, it's certainly more citrusy than your Blind Pig and your Pliny from Russian River. And third best, I would say, of the Russian River beers. And with that, I'll give it a 2.75. Not perfect, but 2.75. So there you go.
Pretty good.
There you go. 2.75 for this. So
I gotta start checking these beers in again. Like I've been lagging on it, and so now when someone says, "Hey, have you had this?" and I look at my Untappd, I'm like, "Oh, I guess I haven't." Like, no, I fucking had this for sure. So I'm more on top of it. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know that.
I gotta add a picture though. Always gotta add a picture.
Always gotta add a picture. All right, so let's move on to some vinyl stuff we've been listening to, stuff we picked up this week if we picked anything up, and then also your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out. So what do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
I also like to just tap Antica every time I drink anything.
Why?
Because you can do your location right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do my location, Desert Grooves.
Might as well.
I have a funny story about ours. The cop showed up to our store today.
Ooh.
Police came.
Let's get into that first.
Yeah, they came today, and it's just because the license that we have, we have a reseller's license, but we don't. But if you're selling serialized merchandise, you have to go through the state because they have to check to make sure it's not stolen. So like bicycles, cars, parts, shit like that. And so they came and they're like, yeah, like we just got a call from the office, not the office, but like the state or whatever. And it says that you've been in business for over a year and you haven't reported 0 sales in serialized merchandise. And at first I was like, what the fuck? Like we don't sell that. Like why do we need, cause he wasn't really clear on what he needed. And I was like, we don't sell like that kind of stuff. Like we don't need the license. He's like, well, you already have the license. He says, but you haven't reported any sales. I'm like, because we don't sell that stuff here. He's like, yeah, we just had to come and check. I was like, what the? Get the fuck out of here,
fucking
dude.
Dumb. Oh my god.
Get out of here, bro.
And that's Arizona. I'm surprised. Like I could see that in California. But
in California, they wouldn't send the cops. They would make their own agency to do this, and they pay them way too much money to do this. Yeah, I'm just like, they sent the cops for this. Like, you can't just call.
I know, right?
Then they hand me a big old a packet and say, hey, like the rules are this, and if you get caught doing it, I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Seriously,
piss off.
The fuck out of your business.
Irritating. And of course, like all my neighbors come rushing in. Like, ooh, the cops here for? What are the cops here for? Like, because they have nothing better to do, and they're a bunch of fucking butt wipes trying to like shake me down for something I didn't even do. And pirates. So anyway,
stupid fucking government, man.
Yeah, stupid
government always being fucking bitches.
Always being fucking bitches. Yeah. Okay. The vinyls. You ready for the vinyls?
Mm-hmm. Ready for the vinyls.
Cool. There we go. First one.
There you go, Primus, Frizzle Fry. There you go, baby girl. Finally.
Yes, sir.
It's about damn time.
I took it. I mean, like I was trying to hold out for an OG, but it's just I'm just gonna start picking up represses because they come into the store often enough, and I'm like, oh, I want to listen to this, but I don't ever take them home. It's like, oh, I want to hold out for it. Like, nah, I'm just gonna take them. I don't give a fuck anymore. But anyway, I ranked this 4 in my Primus rankings. So this is the last. This is the last of the Primus that I really care to have on vinyls. I think if Anti-Pop comes through, like I will take it home and listen to it again, just to listen to it again and be sure. But yeah, I don't think I would probably keep it because it's not very good. You have Green Naugahyde, you have Pork Soda, Cheese, and now Frizzle Fry. Correct.
Would you
actually
keep
maybe even in that order?
Oh, like your rankings?
Yeah, those are my favorites in that order.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That's pretty good.
I'm the best. Now, what if a sausage record came in? Would you keep that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck yeah. Especially like knowing how much they cost.
I know. Only been pressed the one time.
You
That's
gotta play
crazy
that
they've
dance
never been
of,
pressed.
like, oh, like I hate people bringing expensive records on their own, or like 3 records, and it's like, you know, fucking Billy Joel, Rod Stewart, and then like a Sausage record. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, now I'm gonna pay this guy hundreds of dollars, and he's gonna know which one is worth the most money. Whereas, like, if it was in like a big collection and I paid him a bunch of money, he doesn't know which one is worth the most. And I say that because a lot of times they'll be like, oh, wow, that's a lot. Like, you that much for Rod Stewart? But they fucking know. I'm like, no, it's this record. Like, I'm going to sell it for, let's say, $500, so I'll give you $250 for it. Like, oh, it's worth $500? It's like, ugh. Now they're going to try and sell it for $400. So like, A, I just appraised it for free. And, like, B, now I don't even get the fucking record. So I hate that shit. Anyway,
Joys of being a business owner.
Joys of being a business owner.
All right, Gorillaz, baby. First record.
Gorillaz' first record, 2001. Just super solid stuff, dude. Trip hop with alt rock leanings, and it's fun. It's a good record.
But man, that song you put on the playlist for me to listen to, that song sucks.
Oh, I love that song.
That song is not good. He sounds like he's like really drunk, or like it's
cool.
Like he fell on his head or something. I don't know.
Maybe he did fall on his head.
Good.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
Anyway, Revolver by the Beastie
Revolver, there you
Boys.
go. The Beatles, baby. What is that? It's an OG, right?
Yeah, this is a U.S. first press. It's super fucking clean, and it's still in the shrink. So
fuck.
This is like the copy I will keep until a UK first press comes through. Then I'll keep that one.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, so that's
good
cool.
for you.
And then Sgt. Pepper's. Sgt. Peepees.
Sgt. Peepees.
Sgt. Peepees.
And they're both the stereos, right?
Yeah, I'm always gonna do stereo. Like, I'm not. If it's for a band that I really, really, really want to hear both and have both copies of stereo and mono, I don't care enough about the Beatles to have both. So I'm always just gonna have the stereo.
What about Martin Denny?
So this is a U.S. first press too. Fucking stupid. But this one's cool because it has the inner sleeve, and it also has the fucking hole punch things, or like the cutouts.
Oh yeah.
But you just don't ever see them. I mean, it's hard to find the sheet itself, but a lot of times some of these parts are cut out. Usually the mustache is the one that's cut out the most. But yeah, so complete copy there. I'm pretty excited about that one.
Fucking guy. This fucking guy.
But yeah, that's really all I got.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So what do I got here? So I bought a couple things off Discogs.
As
Some
always.
of them were kind of pricey, or at least one of these things was really pricey, and I really not going to be buying any records for a long time because of it. But we'll start with this one. This one wasn't too crazy expensive, but here we go. At the Drive-In right here, Alfaro. What is it? Alfaro Viva Carajo? I don't know how to spell it or pronounce it. So there you go. There's the back of the 7-inch right here. It's their second EP from 1995. This is the repress. They only ever repressed it once in 2000 on Jim Ward's label. And I really love the song Bradley Smith. It's not on Spotify or anything like that, so that's why on the playlist I didn't put any of the songs on there. So yeah, it's only on vinyl, YouTube, and shit like that. So great EP, great songs. But yeah, this is like just raw fucking At the Drive-In.
How much is an original press? Do you know, or do you remember?
Usually around 100. So the repress, I think the repress is like $40. So.
You should just bought the fucking original.
Yeah, spend the extra $60.
That's all you do is buy money. That's
I'm not. That's all you
spend
money.
You're out of control. You're out of control.
I'm not made of money, but fuck.
That's all, folks.
All right, the next thing here is another 7-inch single. There you go, Limp Bizkit, right there.
Let's keep on buying.
Eat You Alive, baby. Eat You Alive, baby. Eat You Alive is the A side on here. The B side is the song called Shot. Song from Eat You Alive is a song from Results May Vary, that record from 2003, and that's the only good song on the record, really. And this is the only song I wanted, so I got the single. It came in really, really cheap on Discogs on my want list. It's numbered number 278 right there, if you see that. But
wow,
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's limited. It's nice orange variant. You see that right there?
Nice and orange.
Nice and orange, baby. The only time the single's ever been pressed was this one. So there you go. That's what I got there.
Good.
And the last thing here, I did pay a pretty penny for this one. But this record never comes up, or rarely comes up on Discogs, and when it does, it's really, really expensive. And this is the cheapest it's been in like 5 years on Discogs. It's Mindless Self-Indulgence. How I Learned to Stop Giving a Shit and Love Mindless Self-Indulgence. It's the name of the record. This record came out in 2013. It was a Kickstarter record. They weren't on a label or anything like that. They just said, here's our Kickstarter. If you guys want to get a new album from us, here's all the tiers. One of the tiers, they only had one tier that was giving away the vinyl. I think they only pressed 1,000 of them, or maybe 500 of these, and sold like fucking crazy. They went over their Kickstarter by 10 times. Like they made so much money off that Kickstarter for this record. Yeah, it was a fucking crazy. So yeah, it's very hard to come. This one's extremely hard to come by. And right when it popped up on my want list, I immediately went to it, and shipped from Canada. Got here super quick. The record store I bought it from up in Canada, it's called, what's it called? The B-Side Record Shop. They sent a sticker with it too, so it's a pretty cool sticker right there. So there you go. If you're ever up in Canada, British Columbia, that area, that province, go check them out. They're really cool. She reached out to me right after I bought it, and she's like, I literally just put this up 20 minutes ago. I can't believe how quickly it sold.
Really?
I felt really stupid. Yeah, and I felt really dumb, but I don't care.
Nah, sometimes you get lucky like that, and like if you didn't buy it, somebody else is gonna buy it.
Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah, no, this record's really, really fucking good. I know you don't like it, but I don't care. I love it, and I'm super happy I have it because it's so fucking hard to find. So there you go. There you go. I'm happy.
That's great.
I'm super
happy.
fucking happy about it.
I hope you bring it and we can listen to it. That's what I really want.
That's what you really want, yes, of course.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
But and how much did you hate the song that I put on the playlist for you to listen to?
I did.
You hated it?
I did.
You just hated it? Okay. Whatever. That's fine. You're stupid.
I'm over just goofy shit right now, okay? We'll talk about it in a minute. I'm just over goofy shit.
Oh, because of the show? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I have for the vinyls. So let's get into what you and I did this week. We went to a show, not together. We went to the same show, but not together. I went and saw Wednesday 13 on Saturday night at the Glass House in Pomona. You went and saw Wednesday 13 last night at the Nile in Arizona. I had no idea you were going. You should have just come out to Pomona and gone with me instead. But instead you went with Sloan and your son. So
I didn't know I was going either. Because Renee was supposed to take him. She bought these tickets a long time ago. And she was going to take him because he wanted to see Dead Rabbits, which is the singer from Blessed to Fall, kind of like this metalcore supergroup thing. And she likes him too. They both like shitty metalcore. But she had a root canal yesterday, and she was all fucked up. She had like whatever pain meds they gave her. She's like, blah, 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 blah. She couldn't talk or nothing. And then I was like, you should not be like fucking driving or doing anything. So like, fuck, I'll just take him. And like, I didn't want to go, of course, because like that's just like I don't want to do. So like, whatever, we can just stay for one band. And then Sloan's like, oh, he's playing with that other band I think that we like. And I was like, who is he? Wednesday 13. I was like, oh my god. So after he said that, I was like, oh, fuck, I guess we got to stay for the whole fucking show.
Hell yeah,
otherwise
baby.
Everyone hear the end of it.
I can't believe, I honestly, I really thought you would have left either before or like 2 songs in. I really thought you would have left. And when I went and saw him, it was the same 2 opening bands, the Dead Rabbits and Stitched Up Heart. And I got there late enough to where I missed almost all of the opening bands intentionally because I know their music was garbage. And I only went for Wednesday. And
so you didn't see the first girl either? I mean, you didn't see any of them, but there's another girl too. I think is touring with them, like Ila Tola or something like that.
No.
And she's a Polish-born girl who now lives in Chicago, and she plays like industrial music, and it's just her. And she has like a loop, and I don't know if she's making her own beats or not, but like it was actually kind of cool.
I listened to it on Spotify and I didn't care for it. It's
definitely not something that you can listen to, because if you do, it's fucking terrible. But when you see it live, because she has a guitar and she'll put the guitar down and go over to like the sampler and like do something to change like the beat, and then go back, pick up the guitar, do like a loop on that, put that down, and she has like lasers going everywhere, and her fingers had lasers, and she's like into the crowd. I'm like, it was a cool show.
That is cool. That is really cool.
But like, I would never listen to that shit again, just because it's not my cup of tea. But like, I respected her for doing it, and she's up there by herself. Like, fuck, man, that's wild.
that is really wild. Putting on a show like that, it's like she's out busking on the street, you know?
Yeah, it was cool. it was a good, and of course it was a good. And then Sloan bought two of her vinyls, of course.
2 of hers?
2 of hers.
Oh my God. Fucking Sloan. So wait, okay, let's talk about what he bought. What he bought for himself and for other people.
We'll go through it, I guess. And then there's only 2 more. We'll get through the 2 real quick
Oh,
and
okay,
talk
okay.
about your boy, Frankenstein Murders. The next one was Dead Rabbit. That's who Nick wanted to see.
Yeah.
They were cool. It's just kind of your typical metalcore. Nothing crazy. Kind of the newer metalcore where like they incorporate a little bit of hip hop into it. And it's not as...
A lot of electronic shit.
Not as punk focused. It's definitely more like metal with like electronic and hip hop stuff in there. But their drummer, I was like, damn, that drummer's pretty fucking good. Like way better than everybody else in the band. And then so I was like, whatever. Like I don't know, because they all wear masks, like the mask from Donnie Darko, like that rabbit thing. They all wear that. It's part of their shtick. And it's like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. I enjoyed the performance. It was fun. It was a very nostalgic feeling because like we've seen a lot of those type of metalcore bands in the past. So like, I didn't mind it. And the next band came on, Stitch Up Heart, which I fucking absolutely hated. Absolutely hated.
Yeah, they were
like
terrible.
The most.
I saw the last 2 songs from them and they were terrible.
It's just that kind of like the metal, where
Like
it's just
industrial metal almost.
over the top female vocals, where she's just letting everything just like ring out and drone on, and just nothing really going on. But then the drummer was good. I was like, fuck, man, that drummer's really good too. And I was like, wait, that's got to be the same drummer because like long hair, it's a girl. Even though I couldn't see with the mask on, I could see like the face underneath, and it's like that's. So you can kind of tell it's a girl from the other band because like the facial features and lack of a beard and things like that. I was like, that's the same fucking drummer. But like when she was playing for Dead Rabbits, it was definitely more metal influence, like hardcore. And I was like, dude, like she's really good at that. But then when she was playing with the Stitched Up Heart, she was playing like more punk influence and like double timing and then slowing things down. I was like, what the fuck? Like that girl's really good. And then like a little research or whatever, like it's the same girl. I talked to her after the show, and she's 20, first of all. So like, I was like, Nick, come with me because I want to tell her she did a really good job. I don't look like a fucking
But you don't want to be a
weirdo.
creep. That's a good call. That's a really good call.
Yeah, dude. Like, but like, I wanted to tell, dude, you fucking slayed. Like, you did really, 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 really good. Like, you're amazing. So like now, I'm excited to see what she will do in the next 5-10 years. Hopefully, she no offense to like touring bands and people trying to make a living off of this, but hopefully she does bigger and better things than the people she's probably touring with are going to make it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like that's a fact. That's what's probably going to happen. But yeah, man, that Stitch Up Heart shit, I could not stand that.
Yeah, it was terrible. And the girl you're talking about, now I can't remember her name, but I know who she is too.
Delaney.
Delane
or Delaney. I don't know.
So, I mean, yeah, her videos started popping up like a year ago on my TikTok because she was doing a lot of Slipknot covers. And I mean, she is fucking incredible. She really is a fucking incredible drummer, and she hits so fucking hard. She's so precise. Her performance itself is excellent. She's a fucking solid drummer. I mean, and she nails the classic Slipknot songs, and then the other songs I've watched her play and kind of freestyle. She really is an incredible drummer. So yeah, no, she's fucking good.
She really does hit it hard though, because even while she was doing it, I could see just like chunks, not like splinters, but chunks of wood breaking off of her sticks. She must have went through like 4 sticks, but throughout both performances, I was like, God damn, dude. Like 2 of her cymbals were cracked, and I didn't know if they were already cracked to begin with, or if she cracked them during the show, but they were cracked. Fuck, man.
So rad. No, but she's fucking good. Yeah, she's really good. So yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, Wednesday 13, it's the 20th anniversary of his first solo record. So he played most of that record. And then he just threw in 3 new songs off the new record that comes out next month. And then he threw in like 5 Murder Dolls, Frankenstein Drag Queen songs. Great fucking set. There was like 20 or 21 songs altogether. Just a great fucking set. I mean, it was nostalgic for me because going and seeing him so many times when that first record came out. I saw him probably that one year that record came out. I probably saw him like 12 or 15 times, just that first year, or maybe 2 years because I don't think he played that much. But that first 2 years on that album cycle, so it was so nostalgic for me. So nostalgic for me. It was so much fun. Too many times. So much fun. But the crowd at the Glass House, not one pit. Not one pit.
Because that's what I wanted to ask you too. Because like my crowd was like, what if you think your crowd was bad? I guarantee you mine was worse.
I was shocked too because I saw Wednesday last year when he did the Murder Doll set, the full Murder Doll set, and there was a pit in every song. Every single song had a pit. But yeah, this time I was shocked. I mean, maybe because it was at the Glass House and not the Whiskey where I normally see him at, but even still,
went on a weekend too. I mean, I went on
on a
Tuesday
Saturday.
night.
How full was the
Tuesday.
Denial?
Not very full at all. Like
Yeah.
it was so dead from the first girl who did like the industrial thing. I was like, fuck, man. Like she probably had a crowd of like 20. And you could tell like a lot of them were already there to see Wednesday because of the face painting and stuff like that and the outfits and the plethora of Wednesday 13 shirts. And but like they slowly trickled in more and more and more. But by the third band, because Dead Rabbits asked for a pit, didn't get it. And the third band, Stitched Up Heart, she was like, I mean, like to her credit, like you're playing to a crowd of nobody and you still like have the energy as if you're playing to a crowd of 1,000, which is super cool. But she's like, I better see a fucking pit or I'm going to be fucking pissed. And, you know, it opened up for like a second. One guy dropped his whole beer and went all over the place. I'm like, okay.
Not bad.
But then like that was it. Done. And Wednesday had zero pittage. Not even like one. Nothing.
Yeah, same at the show I was at. I would say Glass House was probably a little over, it was over half full, not nearly reaching capacity. And Glass House, I think, holds 800 people. So he had at least 500-600 people at the Glass House. At the Glass House, too, which is not, it's pretty far from L.A. And Pomona's pretty far from L.A. I get it was a Saturday night, but still. Yeah, I don't know. It was a bigger crowd than I was expecting because he usually barely sells out the whiskey. And the whiskey's smaller than Glass House. So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he's been doing it for so long. So, like,
yeah,
like you can't expect a massive crowd every time, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he tours. I mean, he plays 2 to 5 shows a year, like, in L.A., just in L.A. So, a year. So, it's, yeah, that doesn't include Orange County when he plays, Pomona or San Diego or wherever else. But I don't know. I thought it was a fantastic show, but I love Wednesday. So what are your thoughts on it? How much did you hate it? How much did you actually love it?
I mean, like it's cool because he, like when you get down to it, he's just playing punk music and it's fun and it's fast and everybody's just kind of like having a good time. Like my issue is like not all these songs are great and like they don't really do much. Like Wednesday kind of does. Like I get it. Maybe they're probably old. Like what are they, like 50 now?
Yeah, Wednesday. I think he's about to turn 50. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I get it. You're not gonna be jumping around on stage like you used to be, but it's just kind of like
Okay.
this kind of silliness. I have zero nostalgia for. So like I am just here to watch one time and hopefully hear some cool punk songs. And it's fine. I think the crowd has a lot to do with it too. Like if the crowd sucks and it's like they don't really care either. And you can tell too, because after the show, we kind of like waited around and like, that's why I asked you which guitarist was. Cause I wanted to tell Nick to go tell him that way he can like talk to him. And Nick did tell the guitarist. He's like, oh yeah. Like he's been watching you since like, the Bullets and Octane days. And you see him just
really?
Yeah. This big belly. He's like, oh, it just laughed and laughed. We took a picture with him and then Wednesday came out
nice.
and Wednesday was definitely not like standoffish, but you could tell he was probably, it wasn't like the most fun person to talk to after the show. And
every time I've met him, he's been nice, but he's never been like, just super outgoing.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. I just assumed that he's probably like, man, this show kind of fucking sucked because it's
could have been.
It's a Tuesday night. It was a Tuesday night in the middle of fucking Arizona. Like like you're never gonna draw a crowd on a Tuesday night in Arizona like that. I don't care who you are. Especially at that shitty fucking venue. But the performance, everything was fine. Everything was fine.
Okay. Good.
I did like, too, I was going to say, in Dead Rabbits, the bass player, fucking all fingers, dude. Metalcore, all fingers.
Nice. I like
even
that.
Even the blast beat stuff, the breakdowns, all fingers. Like, oh, damn, bro. Okay.
Did you look him up? Who is he?
He's from another band. Like, the Dead Rabbits is a super group of sorts from other metalcore bands. So he's from another band.
Oh, okay.
So I assume he's a good bass player from another band. But I think they shared basses too because the next band, I was like, that's the same fucking bass that the other dude was playing. And then like they turned around and the strap was exactly the same. It had like same like pins on it. It's like, dude, okay, like at least that's the same fucking strap. But that would be weird. Like maybe they're just sharing basses too. Because Dead Rabbits for sure has to have more clout and money just from who they came from than Stitched Up Heart.
Well, of course, yeah.
And like Blessed Fall's kind of from Arizona, and the singer from Dead Rabbits from Arizona. It's like they have to have more money and following than Stitched Up Heart. But they played before. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
I don't know either. Yeah, Colton Westerman is the bass player. He plays bass for Scary Kids, Scaring Kids, so that's popular That's probably the band that he's from that makes him part of a super group. I don't know. God, it's so stupid.
Scaring kid. It was cool. It was. I do like just being at shows in general. Like it's nice to see live music, and that's fun. So like once I was there, like I'm just not gonna leave. I'll probably stay for the last band, whatever. Even if I went to go see Slamosa, I probably still would have stayed for Helmet.
Yeah, I mean you're already there. You already paid for it,
dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. You already paid for it. So I don't know. It was fun. It was cool. I'm glad I did it. He brought his little "fuck you" umbrella and twirled it around.
Oh yeah. During I love to say fuck.
Yeah.
You could buy those umbrellas. He sells those umbrellas.
He asked everyone to put their fingers in the air, which I was already doing before that.
Of course, yeah, I was too. Every time my finger was in the air.
And like I was like the only one too, and then I was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. I don't know. Maybe people are gonna think because of course, like I'm the only one not wearing black last night too. I wear a bright red Kraftwerk T-shirt. The only person not wearing black, and then someone wears bright blue Dave and Buster's T-shirt. So we're the only two people not wearing black.
Oh, it's so good.
And I don't know any of these songs except for Rambo, so like I'm not like really like moving that much or like singing along.
He played White Wedding too, Billy Idol.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too. Like God, I fucking hate the Nile sound system. It's just absolute garbage.
It's a shit venue. Yeah.
There's no mid. It's all fucking aggressive bass and then just like squealy highs, sibilants like crazy. And then that's like there are points to where you can even like see Wednesday get irritated and trying to get the sound guy to like, hey, fucking fix this shit. But like whenever he would try and like hit like kind of like the higher notes, it would get like this weird feedback and they would like screech and then he would stop. And like I was like, okay, I could clearly tell he probably had some other things to say after that, but like he stopped because that was a fucking annoying noise. And whenever he talked, couldn't hear him. When he sang, it was fine, but when he talked, could not fucking hear a word he said.
Yeah, the Nile's terrible. It's like one of the worst venues I've ever been to.
It's so bad.
It's terrible.
That's where the Bouncing Souls are playing, I think.
I know it is. No, they're playing that where we're seeing Refused, right?
Marquee?
I think they're playing the Marquee. I don't think they're playing the Nile. I think I could be wrong, but then I saw Wednesday at one of the greatest venues in Orange County and LA County, the Glass House, one of the best sounds. To me, one of the best sound systems of all the venues. Yeah, and it's the perfect size. Glass House is absolutely perfect, and they serve alcohol there now too. By the way, they used to have a bar next door that you can go to that was kind of attached, but now that bar is completely gone. The record store is gone, and now they have now they just have an actual bar in the back of the venue, so you can actually buy beer there, and you could buy hard liquor and hard alcohol too. But so that's cool.
Here's how stupid the Nile is too, because Renee bought the tickets, so her name was on the tickets. I was like, dude, just get out of the car, just in case they ask for the ID. Like, don't drive away, right? In case they're like, oh, you need a person here, whatever. So I said, okay. So like they put you through the security checkpoint first, and then you go inside, and then you can buy tickets. And so like a while ago, I bought a multi-tool with a knife on it because I cut open a lot of boxes and shit at work.
Yeah. And
like I just needed like a knife on me, and like I wanted like a 1-inch knife. I don't want like a big fucking thing. So the one I bought, I thought was going to be like an inch or less, and it's like 3.5 inches. I was like, what the fuck? I don't need like a blade, dude. I don't need a huge thing. So like I don't need this. So I gave it to Renee because like it was pink too and cute and had a big old fucking knife on it. And like she's a weirdo, so she likes that. So anyway, she has that on her keychain, and they did a wand on her, right, to check for like guns and shit, and she has this big knife in her hand, and they just like, I'm not gonna check that. So like, she just rolled into it with a big fucking knife. She wasn't going in anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, but still.
But like, dude, like that's crazy.
Security is a joke.
Bro.
Yeah, security.
Come on, like why even have it then? You know what I mean? Like if you're not even gonna fucking do it, like that's stupid.
Or like a couple years ago when we went to the No Effects show out in Arizona, and Sloan had his chain wallet. And they said you either throw it away or you take it back to the car for a chain wallet.
For a chain wallet.
Yeah. It's so fucking dumb. Like
knuckleheads.
No consistency with security. But yeah. So and then I stickered the hell out of the bathroom at Glass House. Asinine radio stickers all over the bathroom.
Good.
So I did that. And one of my greatest achievements happened that night. So the last song Wednesday plays is I Love to Say Fuck. So right when that song started, I got on my phone, ordered my Uber, ordered my Lyft, and literally when they hit the last chord, everybody's kind of hitting the song ends and everybody's going whoa, whoa, whatever. I see the driver is pulling up, so I walk right outside the venue, The driver pulls up just as I'm walking outside the venue, pulls up right in front of the venue, hop right in, I'm gone. And
like
the band is still saying, "Thank you, promoter, blah, blah," as I get into the car. I've never timed anything so perfect, and I thought it was like the coolest fucking thing ever.
That's not
I was
bad.
so proud of myself.
I'm rarely impressed by anything you do, but I am very impressed at that. And it's funny too, because as you were leaving like that, people probably thought like, look at that fucking poser, couldn't even fucking stay for the last thing. Like little did they know this fucking Wednesday cocksucker over here has been 1,015 shows in the past 24 hours.
And he literally ends every single one of his shows with that song. So
always,
yeah, always. But so that was I was so stoked on that. I thought it was just, I felt so fucking cool. But
it is a good feeling. It is a good feeling.
Hopefully that'll be like what happens at the Refuse show, where we can time it just perfectly, get out of there as soon as possible. Because the Marquee's a fucking nightmare. When we saw Descendants last year, that parking lot was a nightmare.
It's because like everything leads to that parking lot. So like if we go to the Uber, we can order a little bit early, and then maybe even go across the street and just have them pick us up there. Because fuck that shit.
Yeah. All right.
Sloan bought 2 records from the first girl.
Yes.
He bought a Dead Rabbits record, and then he bought at least 1 record from the Stitched Up Heart, and then he bought, I think, 5 CDs total, a poster.
Oh my god!
2 T-shirts or one T-shirt from Wednesday for sure, maybe 2 T-shirts.
He probably spent like at least $300.
Oh yeah!
Wow. I mean,
it was cool too.
It's cool that at least the money's going directly to those bands. Because they bust their fucking ass. Even if you don't like the band, they're still busting their ass and they're doing this shit day in and day out. They deserve it.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they get the money, not some record label, some shit like that. So
that's why I wish bands sold just like maybe just sell like food, dude. Like just sell drinks or something. Like sell water for like $10 so I can give you money without having to buy your dumbass shit. Because I'm just probably gonna throw it away and like that sucks. Like if bands were selling like $5 water bottles or something, like I'd probably buy like a couple. Just like,
can you imagine how pissed off venues would be if the band sold beer and water and shit like that instead of the venue?
We've had a couple of bands come through our store and ask us to like sponsor them. And I was like, what does that even mean? And he's like, just like let us like put all our shit in your store and like advertise for us. I was like, I'll just do that for free. He's like, yeah, but like what you should do is next time you play like locally, just bring like a couple crates of records and you can like sit at the merch table and just sell your records there. It's like, oh,
that's kind of cool.
Idea, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But that takes effort and time. I'm not going to do it. I was going to say too that, but then I just forgot what I was going to say. So, fuck.
All right. Good talk. Oh, and what CD did Sloan get for me? You said that Sloan got me a CD.
Yeah, he got you
because I listen to CDs all the time.
The Stitched Up Hearts.
The worst of them.
The worst. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the fucking worst of it. I was gonna say it was cool because Wednesday did bring up Joey, and he said he was like, yeah, just like I know you all know who this guy is, but like I would not be a musician without Joey. I would not be here without him. So let's just take a moment of silence. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
that's a cute really little thing.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, Wednesday would be nowhere without Joey Jordison. Like,
and then he said he's like, and then he introduced his drummer after saying that. And I was like, damn. And that's when I texted you who his drummer was because like, damn, though, like I just like talked about the greatest of all time. But here's our drummer. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
And that the drummer that's on tour with him is not even the guy that's actually in the band because the guy that's in the band he can't tour right now because his kid has cancer. So he's like he can only record records right now and stay in the LA area and shit. But yeah, so that sucks. That sucks. Yeah. But I still think it's so fucking funny that you had Nick go up to Jack, the guitar player, and say, "Oh, my dad knows you from when you were in Bullets and Octane, bro."
Dude, he laughed so hard. Like you could, that's like good. You know, when you have like a good belly laugh, just like a good hearty one. Yeah, that's when he's laughed.
That's so good. You know,
it's like you should be proud, dude. That record fucking rips.
It does. It's so fucking good. The Revelry. You and I did meet him though again. When they played the Viper Room. Remember when the OG band or the classic lineup of the band got back together and they played at the Viper Room that night? And then we were all just kind of hanging outside on the street on Sunset. And then Jack and Sky, the 2 guitar players from that lineup, were out there. And we just, I don't know, do you remember talking to them and hanging out with them for like 10 minutes?
Was that the show Renee went to?
Yeah.
That had to been the show Renee went to. Mm-hmm. I don't remember that part of it, but I know we talked to a lot of people outside the shows. over the course of our years.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
It was kind of funny though, because like the first show Renee ever went to was that Bullets and Octane show. So when
It's
Nick
crazy, and that was
was
like 2012.
telling her about like what happened, he's, oh yeah, I met the guitarist from Wednesday, and he was in this band called Bullets and Octane. And Renee's like, what? Like, that was the first show I ever went to. Dude, what? I was like, you idiots.
That's so sick. Did you take a picture with Wednesday?
I did not.
Just with Jack.
I didn't take a picture with anybody.
I thought you said you took a picture with Jack.
Nick took a picture with him.
Oh, okay.
Nick also took a picture with Wednesday.
Oh, nice. Okay, very cool.
I don't take pictures with grown-ass adults. It's stupid.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What if you ran into Kyle Gass at the Refuse show?
I'm not taking a picture with him.
Oh, that's what I did when I met Kyle Gass at the Refuse show.
Of course.
Took a picture with him.
Picture. That's how you said it too, probably.
That's exactly how I said it.
I don't think there's anybody. Regina Spektor, probably.
Tom? You know you would take a picture with Tom. Get the fuck out of here. With Tom or Mark, you would take a picture with Tom or Mark.
If Tom or Mark walked into my store, I would probably like start
Hyperventilate?
calling or texting the person I think is most likely to drive me like a Plus 44 record or a Toy Page. That way I can have them sign it. That's what I would do. I'd make my one phone call to call a friend.
Yeah.
And like, who's the most likely to? If Sloan's home, he'll do it.
You should always have a copy. You should always have a copy of Plus 44 or Toy Page in your store in case you need to have it signed.
That was funny too because I was actually thinking about this the other day. It's like I saw this video of Mark and he was trying to like combat people from just having him sign shit so they can resell it. And he's asking people, what are your top 3 songs on Cheshi? What are your top 3 songs on Buddha? And I was like, damn, bro, like people can't even answer that. But like, I would be the guy here, like, oh, I don't care about that. Can you sign Plus 44, please? How stupid.
You'd be that fucking dork.
Like a dork, like a loser.
So fucking stupid. All right, so that's it for this episode. Thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all. What's the